Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks, let's take a quick look at these markets today. We got Bitcoin coming in at 23,363. Pretty much where we were yesterday. Dominance is a little bit higher. You're seeing altcoins. Well, some altcoins are kind of like are losing a little bit of steam. You got Cardano under 35 cents, BNB under 300, Solana at $21. Litecoin holding up pretty well. I got a little story I want to talk about on Litecoin. You know, a lot of people are underestimating Litecoin simply because the scammer YouTubers aren't talking about it. You know, I noticed the most popular cryptocurrencies are the ones that like BitBoy talks about, Crypto Banter talks about. I mean, you name it. They're the most popular, and they're the ones that kind of pump the hardest, and then they all turn out to be scams and they dump. So don't underestimate Litecoin. We'll talk a little bit more about it. I've been trying to get some Litecoin under $85, which it doesn't look like is going to happen. It could happen, but Litecoin has that halving coming up in the summer, and it's also a coin that can never get labeled a security. It's survived multiple bear markets. Nobody controls it. There's nobody to sue. And it could end up being one of the top performing altcoins going into the next bull market. All right. And we got VeChain still hanging out about a little bit above 2.5 cents, down from that 3-cent mark where we hit last week. And Theta coming in at $1.14. So, you know, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback here on the altcoins, but overall, Bitcoin's price is still healthy compared to what's happening with the stock market and where we were a couple months ago in Bitcoin. I just don't think we can really complain. I mean, if you want my honest opinion, here's a story. Bitcoin holds strong above 23.6 to continue recent consolidation. I mean, right now we're basically in a consolidation for Bitcoin. You know, the big issue right now is we had the hot inflation number last week. So now people think the Fed is not going to pivot anytime soon. A lot of people thought they would pivot in like April. Now people are saying, well, it might not be until the summer. So there might be a 3 or 4 months extended where the Fed has to raise interest rates or continue with interest rates. And that, of course, has people spooked because people are highly emotional in these markets. But, you know, overall, you know, Bitcoin hit $25,000. We knew it couldn't go up forever. And we're at 23.5 right now. That's pretty good. But, you know, we are starting to see that sentiment change. You know, one way I can always tell about sentiment is I'll go on my YouTube comments. So I see a lot of negativity. I'm actually seeing a lot of negativity right now. I go on other YouTubers' comments. I'll see that negativity. People are complaining. Even like Crypto Rand, the man, is a little bit bearish today. You know, he's talking about Silvergate Bank, which is down like 50%. It's a crypto-based bank. Now, it's kind of funny. Crypto Rand a couple months ago was telling everybody to buy Silvergate Bank. In fact, he made a special YouTube video that he since deleted, telling everybody they should be buying that at like $11 or $12. Now it's like $6. Everything this guy touches is a scam and it turns to shit. I don't care what it is. It's actually a good thing that he doesn't talk too much about people buying Bitcoin, because he'd probably destroy that too. He's more of an altcoin guy. But like I've been saying before, any coin he's involved with, Solana, Luna, UST, Phantom, anything he talks about, any coin that he talks about and has people on to talk about, you can guarantee that coin will eventually crash 90% and go to zero. And you can almost guarantee it's going to end up being a scam. He had the Polymatic guy on last week. The guy came off as a used car salesman to me. I'll never buy a Polymatic now, no matter how low it goes. You know, in my line of work, I've been a private investigator for 20 years. I can spot sleaze from a mile away, and if I get any hint of sleaze, I'm not investing in your crypto project. So that's one reason I like Litecoin. I like Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, a true intellectual. He's not perfect, but he's not a sleazeball. So if you look at all the projects I'm invested in, we got Theta, MIT guys, all smart guys. They got connections to YouTube. You can listen to them speak. They're elegant. They're self-made guys. They're self-made businessmen, but they're also computer programmers. Charles Hoskinson, self-made guy, Ethereum guy, clearly a programmer, a smart guy. and just doesn't have a history of scamming people. Charlie Lee with Litecoin, you know, computer programmer. The worst thing you can say about Charlie Lee for Litecoin is he sold all his coins, but actually it turned out to be the best thing he ever did because now they can never label Litecoin a security and nobody controls Litecoin. So yeah, he may have made millions of dollars selling his Litecoin in 2017, but in the end, it actually turned out to be good for Litecoin. So I keep away from these scammer-based coins, these casino coins, because it's just not worth it to me. All right, what else do we got going on? I talked a little bit about inflation. Fed officials debate higher versus just longer after January inflation numbers. So it was like an 80% chance to most people that the Fed would basically go like 0.25% for the interest rate. And now there's talk that the Fed might just go balls to the wall, do like, you know, the 0.50 interest rate, just to basically just like clobber this interest, this inflation. And if that happens, you're absolutely going to see a market dump. So that's why you're seeing, I mean, because you're seeing the stock market down today, and just overall, ever since this inflation number came out last week, I mean, everything's kind of been everything just like hit a brick wall. Stocks hit a brick wall, crypto hit a brick wall, like everybody's just like, ugh, and they're just waiting to see what the Fed does, which is kind of pathetic because the way I see it is, who cares? If they go balls to the wall, we'll get a dump and then we'll come back. It's just like, right now, we're in a bear market anyway, and you should just be looking for opportunities to buy. So who cares? You know, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes back down to $20,000, Cardano goes back down to 25 cents, you should be counting your lucky stars because that's like second hope. That's like second hope. And I actually don't think we're going to go back down to 25 cents for Cardano. But if we do, anything's possible in this market. If we do go back down with some of these coins, like Theta back under $1, could happen. Will you have the balls to buy, or will you be a should've, could've, would've kind of person when we pump back up, you know, hundreds and hundreds of percent going into 2024? So in crypto, a lot of times you do get many second chances to buy, but many people don't buy and then they miss that chance and they miss the bull run. But as far as sentiment-wise, I am seeing a lot of negativity right now in the market. Just overall amongst people. People are all like pissed off, and that basically means they bought high and they're holding a lot of bags. All right, Litecoin. You know, Litecoin ranks among the most popular cryptocurrencies for online shopping in 2022. Okay, so everybody talks about cryptocurrency. Oh, people are going to use cryptocurrency to buy stuff. It's going to buy stuff. That's why crypto was created, to be a currency, right? Well, Litecoin is the #1 coin being used as a currency. So why would you be bearish on Litecoin? I mean, it's doing everything that the creators of cryptocurrencies wanted them to do. It's probably the one cryptocurrency that's kind of like succeeded. I mean, okay, we want more adoption for Litecoin, but it's the #1 coin people are using for shopping. Pretty cool stuff. Litecoin is emerging among the most preferred cryptocurrency for use in online shopping as digital assets get entrenched in the e-commerce space. New research by crypto payment processor CoinGate published on March 1st indicated that in 2022, Litecoin was the 4th most utilized cryptocurrency as payment option for online shopping, registering 88,295 LTC involved orders, or 9.5% of total cryptocurrency payments. So it's not the most popular. It's one of the most popular. I would guess Bitcoin's probably like the most popular. And what would you have after that? Like what? Oh, Ethereum. So you got Bitcoin. See, this is every time a payment processor ends up taking cryptocurrencies, it's always the same cryptocurrencies. It's Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Oh, and they also have USDT. So, you know, Litecoin is doing everything it was supposed to do. None of the big YouTubers talk about it. And that's one reason I actually like Litecoin. You know, if like Crypto Banter and BitBoy and all these YouTubers were talking about Litecoin, honestly, I probably would actually not be as bullish on Litecoin. But the scammers just aren't involved with it, which is why I think when a lot of these scam coins get called out for being scams and people are afraid of the SEC, they're going to be going into the legacy coins, the tried and true coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and even Bitcoin Cash, which I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Cash, but it does have a following. So Bitcoin Cash is going to do just fine in the next bull market. That's why you don't hear me talking too much about Bitcoin Cash, because I know Bitcoin Cash is going to do well next bull market. It's not something I own, but it's a legacy coin. All these legacy coins end up doing well. So do not overlook Litecoin. I've been getting a lot of hate for talking about Solana. Well, here's some Solana news. Solana Foundation still doesn't know what caused a weekend network outage. 2 days after a major outage, the Solana Foundation says it's still investigating why the network went down. This is such a garbage blockchain. You know, I do not understand. If you're a Solana investor, you understand that the only reason it got propped up is because Sam Bankman-Fried and venture capitalists pump money into it, right? And you understand the biggest venture capitalist is now looking at 100 years in jail. That's Sam Bankman-Fried. And you understand that he owns most of the Solana, right? So I just don't understand like how anybody can be holding this Solana long term. If you want to, that's on you, but it has scam written all over it. And not to mention, you have all the YouTubers who are pumping Solana now turning on Solana. I mean, can you not read the room? Look around. Pull your head out of your asses, guys. Look around. It's not doing too well. And I had some guy tell me like, oh, you know, you're the same with Cardano. You're a Cardano shill. No, I'm not. Like I told people, the minute I find out something about Charles Hoskinson that turns out he was scamming people, if he was, I'll get out of Cardano. I don't care about Cardano. I'm in this to make money. Whatever coin can make me money. Solana will not make me money in 2024. Bad news comes out on Cardano. It turns out they were up to no good. If Cardano's blockchain keeps crashing, I'm out of Cardano. There's a dozen other coins I could put my money in other than Cardano. I'll put it in Theta. I'll put it in VeChain. I'll put it in Bitcoin. I'll put it in Ethereum. I could care less about Cardano, folks. And once I sell my Cardano next year, I don't care what happens to it. I mean, it can get run over by a bus. You know, it's like an ex-girlfriend. You know, I'm using Cardano to make money. That's it. I don't care about it. Okay? I don't care about Bitcoin either. I don't care about any of these cryptocurrencies. It's a way to make money. I'm not latched on to any of them, but Cardano has not let me down. It was a big money maker for me last bull market. And I'm a big fan of Charles Hoskinson, but that could change at any moment. And we'll see. There's always other opportunities in crypto. But Solana, like I said, it's a great trading coin, but this thing is just a failed junk blockchain. And that's all I can say about it. And there's no way you can even argue it because it crashes every 2 weeks, and they still don't know why it crashed. And you have all the major YouTubers who are now pumping Solana, now turning on Solana. So that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. Alrighty then. And some quick Sam Bankman-Fried news. You know, I've been talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, how I do not think that he's going to make it to his trial without getting thrown back in jail because this guy just cannot follow the rules. A judge let Sam Bankman-Fried choose the people tasked with limiting his sketchy tech use. A judge threatened to revoke his bail package entirely over online activity. I'm not going to read the whole story, but a few weeks ago, disgraced FTX founder SBF was in danger of losing his bail package and potentially being jailed until October, which is when his trial is supposed to be. And I actually don't think his trial will be until probably even like months after that. I can't see it. The court was fed up with trying to monitor Bankman-Fried's online activity, and United States District Judge Louis Clampton decided that the only option left was for Bankman-Fried to recommend independent experts who could help the court set appropriate bail conditions to limit any suspicious activity. I mean, the balls on this guy. I mean, the United States government is wasting so much money because they have to monitor his activities because he's not in jail. Man, you're going to eventually get the judge just so pissed off at this guy, they're going to just revoke his bail altogether. This guy should not be. He's already proven that he can't play by the rules. I mean, any normal person, like if I was out on bail right now and I was Sam Bankman-Fried, I wouldn't go near a computer. I wouldn't go near a phone. I don't want to get in trouble anymore. I'm done. He can't help himself. He's using VPNs. He's trading crypto. You just can't make this stuff up. He's essentially like Bernie Madoff, but a younger version of Bernie Madoff. Look at that hair. What a worm. Spoiled rich kid. He's like, I don't know. I think there's probably a lot of people like him, just spoiled rich kids, a liberal Democrat, grew up rich. Mommy never punished them. He was never disciplined, born with a silver spoon, given everything he wants. He was the kind of guy when he was 8 years old, Mommy, I want a Nintendo. No. And then he starts crying, then she gets it for him, or he throws a temper tantrum. Like just like the worst of humanity, this guy. And they just need to make an example out of this guy at this point. So my prediction is he doesn't make it until October. I think by summer, his bail will be receded and he will be in jail. That's my prediction awaiting trial. All right, that's it, folks. Bitcoin 23,400. You know, Bitcoin's actually doing well. I'm not really worried about Bitcoin, but I do think some of these altcoins, if the stock market continues to dump, we might see dominance go back into Bitcoin temporarily. So be on the lookout for lower prices. Cardano, under 32 cents, a buy. I would normally say Matic under $1, but after seeing that that co-founder on Crypto Banter show, I do not like Matic anymore. Dogecoin under 8 cents is always good. Litecoin, if you get Litecoin under $90, not too shabby. VeChain under 2.5 cents. And Theta under $1. I'm not saying we're going to get it, but that sentiment has changed. And people are, you know, it really just depends what happens this week with the stock market, inflation numbers, and the Fed and all that stuff. But if we do go bearish, folks, just look for lower prices because it's only temporary. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.